last kind of NFL story to talk about here. We're going to go through this, I don't know, maybe quickly, maybe in depth. I don't know. We did not preview this. I just wanted to talk about it and see what they're talking about. So, a tweet here by Bleacher Report Gridiron. One trade and every NFL team should offer before training camp. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we agree with this. Obviously, all these trades may not be, 100% logical. They're just saying, hey, this team may need a quarterback. This team may need a wide receiver. Go and get this guy. Maybe this guy kind of, maybe solidifies the team overall. So we'll see what they're saying here. Do we agree? Do we disagree? Interesting, not interesting? So we'll see what we get here. So one trade each NFL team should offer before training camp starts. Here we go. What do we got? Number 1, the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, no. All right, we got to stop this. No. We're not even putting this out there. We just talked about this. No. Damn it. So they say the Arizona Cardinals should go and trade for cornerback Xavier Howard. Damn it. I don't even want this to be out there anyway. I don't want this in the universe. Ugh. So, we just talked about it. Xavier Howard a little unhappy, wants to get paid, all this nonsense, holding out. And the Cardinals, they just lost Patrick Peterson. They bring in, what's this man's name? Butler. Dang it. What is that man's name? Let's get it up. Darn it. Cardinals depth chart. Butler, the cornerback from the Patriots and then from the Titans. So they didn't really kind of replace Patrick Peterson. We know that man's going to the Hall of Fame. That man's fantastic. But they bring in Malcolm Butler. So they still got Jalen Thompson, Byron Murphy as their other corner, and then Malcolm Butler. So, yeah, the Cardinals definitely should go and get kind of an A1, Tier 1 lockdown corner that would truly kind of solidify that defense overall. And that is kind of the missing piece here by the Cardinals. We kind of said a good running back or a great cornerback. We've kind of said this already. So that would be a pretty interesting trade there for the Arizona Cardinals, and they would just offer up a 2022 second-round pick. Oh, please, geez, I can't deal with this anymore. But, Xavier Howard would kind of perfect this Cardinals defense, and that would definitely be a good trade to do. I would kind of agree with that. All right, here we go. The Atlanta Falcons, they should go and get Bears wide receiver Anthony Miller. I don't know. No. The Falcons, we love everything about their wide receiver game. I don't think they need anything else. Their pass catching game is going to be absolutely fantastic. Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, you're going to have Kadarius Toney at the tight end position. You may be able to kind of move him to wide receiver as well. He could be a great number 2 wide receiver. And then you still have Hayden Hurst at the tight end position. So I don't think the Falcons should go and get a wide receiver. They desperately need that kind of great running back. And that's kind of what running back can you trade for at the current moment? That's really the tough question here. There's really no, you're obviously not going to trade Saquon Barkley. That's your man. That's your face of the franchise. You're not doing that with Derrick Henry either, face of the franchise as well. So there's really just no real great. You've got the free agent in Le'Veon Bell, but that's not a trade. You don't have to trade for that. But, I don't really agree. If the Falcons would trade for anybody, it's going to be a defender. I think they're all set offensively, honestly, besides the running back position. So I don't really, I don't love that wide receiver Anthony Miller of the Bears trade. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. All right, here we go. With the Ravens, they say that the Ravens should try and trade for Michael Thomas. All righty. Once again, this is not going to happen. The Saints aren't going to lose their A1, Tier 1 wide receiver, their go-to guy, especially when you got these new quarterbacks that are not Drew Brees now. You're going to get them at least 1 year acclimated with a great wide receiver. Then maybe next year when you start kind of soft rebuilding a little bit on your perimeter in the weapons. But the Ravens, they bring in Sammy Watkins. Obviously, Michael Thomas is a big upgrade for that. They want Michael Thomas for the deep threat. But then they also drafted Rashad Bateman, who's 6'2", who can also kind of go deep a little bit as well. So I think they kind of, set their feet on what they want. Just going to try and rock with what they've got. And I don't think Michael Thomas is anywhere close up for sale. All right, the Buffalo Bills, what do they got? They want to trade for tight end Zach Ertz. All righty, who's their tight end right now? I think it's pretty solid. Isn't it Dawson Knox? He's pretty solid, no? Let's see what he did last season. Obviously, Zach Ertz is pretty solid. He's kind of one of these OG great pass-catching tight ends before all these kind of new age Travis Kelce. He may have been kind of in the same kind of draft close class with Travis Kelce, but kind of one of these OG ones before we get George Kittle and Darren Waller and Kyle Pitts. But Dawson Knox last year, what did this man do? He only had 288 yards. Damn. All right, a little light there. He had 3 touchdowns. Not terrible. But, yeah, I mean, that would be fine. I mean, once again, the Bills, I mean, they've got solid pieces everywhere. Tight end could definitely help them out a little bit more of a pass-catching tight end. You definitely need that in the league, folks. I mean, that's what's winning. Look at just last year's Super Bowl. The Chiefs with Travis Kelce, who was actually kind of their second leading pass catcher on the team overall. And then you had the Patriots, who had Rob Gronkowski and... Damn, I'm blanking on the other guy. The other guy was great too. Starts with a C. Cameron? Damn it. Do I really have to look that up? I'm a little upset. I'm blanking on the name. Let's get that up. Darn it. Cameron something. I'm doubling down on Cameron. Let's see. Rob Gronkowski and Cameron Bray, yeah. And then they also have O.J. Howard. I mean, he was out last season, but he's still great as heck. So, obviously, you need tight ends in this league. So, yeah, Zach Ertz with, a great passer of the football and Josh Allen, and then you've still got weapons everywhere. That's a decent trade for the Bills. All right, the Carolina Panthers. Okay. They say that they should try and trade for Gardner Minshew. Okay. I would say no. I mean, this is, Matt Rule, the head coach for the Panthers, is really kind of set. They're really set on having Sam Darnold be the guy. They don't even really want quarterback competition. That's why they got rid of Teddy Bridgewater. If they wanted quarterback competition, they would have kept Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, it's kind of as simple as that. But and then Gardner Minshew wants to be the starter. So I don't really think that trade makes any sense. And I don't think any one of these parties, the Jags or the Panthers, would even engage in these talks. So I don't agree there at all. Not at all. 0% agree. All right, here we go. The Bears. They should hang on. They should trade away Anthony Miller. They're just trying to get rid of this Anthony Miller guy. Jeez. The Bears don't have that many great wide receivers to work with anyway, and you want to get rid of some? Bringing in Justin Fields? I mean, he needs all the weapons that they need, that they've got, really. Let's bring up the Bears depth chart really quickly. I mean, they've got their big name, their great name. I'm going to get it in a second. Allen Robinson, he's their A1 tier 1 guy. He made Mitch Trubisky look good. But Anthony Miller, he's kind of their number 2 now. They got him listed as their number 3 here. Interesting. They got him ahead of behind Darnell Mooney, who caught 630 yards last season. What did Anthony Miller do last year? What do you got? 485 yards? Okay. But I don't really think the Bears are in a position to get rid of one of their wide receivers. They still do have Marquise Goodwin. He's been pretty all right in his career. Nothing great, nothing bad. Good little average, solid wide receiver out there. But, yeah, they just want the Bears to get rid of him. I mean, they don't even try to get any player. They just, all right, here's a wide receiver for a second-round pick next year. All righty. I don't agree with that either. All right, but let's keep going. The Bengals, what do they got for him? They say that they should trade and try and go for Eagles guard Brandon Brooks. Alrighty, the Bengals, I mean, they definitely need to shore up that line to protect Joe Burrow a little bit. But didn't they also draft a lineman in this year's draft? Do I still got that up? Still got the draft up? I thought I did. Here we go. I think it was their second round pick. The Bengals, where are we at? The Bengals. Yeah, they just drafted an offensive tackle from Clemson in their second round. So do they really need another one? This is a guard, I guess, interior. All right. I wouldn't knock the idea. All right, the Cleveland Browns, they should try and trade for linebacker Leighton Vander Esch for the Cowboys. I'm a big fan of Leighton Vander Esch. I think he's pretty solid. And this Browns team, let's bring up their kind of depth chart on what they're doing defensively. Because they've got, great pass rushers. They just brought in Jadeveon Clowney. They still got Myles Garrett. They just went and got Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah that we truly do believe in. We have him number 1 ranked on our big board for linebackers. Then they got Anthony Walker in CNT Tekiati. I butchered that. But, yeah, maybe, another kind of veteran piece out there to help out the defense. I've got no problem with that. And then only offering up a 3rd-round draft pick in next year's draft, that's not bad either. All right, and then, for the Cowboys, they say the same thing. They should try and actively trade Leighton Vander Esch to the Bengals. All righty. The Denver Broncos, they should go all in for Aaron Rodgers. 2022 first-round pick, 2022 second-round pick, 2023 first-round pick. Jeez Louise, but I don't think they need that. We're big on what they've already got. We're big on Teddy Bridgewater. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is a step above Teddy Bridgewater. Nobody's saying that he's not, but I don't think you need to go out and sell out your future to go and get Aaron Rodgers. And I don't like that kind of Aaron Rodgers is going to get kind of bailed out here with that big attitude. It's going to be the same thing with the Broncos. Do the Broncos not understand that if you do trade for Aaron Rodgers, you are going to have to kiss the freaking ground that this man walks on and have to tiptoe around all your responses about any criticism or critique around this man? So that's why I wouldn't really trade for Aaron Rodgers. He's kind of going out of his prime a little bit, this huge ego. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's in a win now mentality, and if you're not winning, he's going to be slandering your entire organization like he's been doing with the Packers. So for that reason alone, I wouldn't go after the man. I just wouldn't. And I wouldn't sell out my future next 2-year first-round picks. No, absolutely not. I mean, Aaron Rodgers wants first-round picks. No, that's the big thing. They're not giving me any help. They're only drafting defense. They're drafting my replacement with the first overall pick, the first-round pick. And now you're giving away your first-round picks? He's going to be like, now you're not giving me any help. So I don't agree, man. I truly don't with anything that Aaron Rodgers is doing. We get it. You're great. All right, congrats. Try to win now. Try to win yourself. Can you win yourself? No? Tom Brady did it. He had no problem winning by himself. No help on his team at all. Decent defense. Packers have had great defenses. Sam Shields kind of bailing you out multiple times in those playoff games. Game-sealing interceptions. So, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't like this trade at all. I would rock with Teddy Bridgewater. I would rather live and die by Teddy Bridgewater than bring in the egomaniac of Aaron Rodgers. I truly would. All right. Detroit Lions now. Who should they be trading for? Here we go. They should go and get the Cardinals linebacker Chandler Jones. Alrighty, he's real great as well. He can rush the passer pretty well, pretty good as well. But the Lions, I mean, they've got so many holes. I mean, they would be thankful to have anybody on their team, honestly. I mean, honestly, they would. We'll give you everybody. Well, we want everybody. We'll give you first round picks for anybody out here. We just need something, please. All right, the Green Bay Packers, they should go out and get an offensive guard, Andrew Norwell. All right, protect Aaron Rodgers a little bit. But once again, Aaron Rodgers want weapons. No, stop with these linemen. Yeah, okay, protect them, but he's got no problem kind of walking out of the pocket, rolling out of the pocket. If things do get heavy, obviously you wouldn't, that's not the preferred thing to have. To have a clean pocket's always more preferred. But once again, Aaron Rodgers, he wants the weapons. He doesn't have enough weapons, right? He wants a better play caller, right? I don't know, man. All right, the Houston Texans, they should go out and get, once again, they got a lot of holes to fill as well. They'd be thankful to have anybody on their team. But they say that they should go out and get Cowboys linebacker Jalen Smith. All righty. What do the Texans have as linebacker? What do they even have as their freaking defense? All we talk about on the show is Deshaun Watson. That's really it. All right. They got they got good pieces offensively. Deshaun Watson, quarterback, David Johnson running it back, and then you still got Phillip Lindsay as your number 2, and then Mark Ingram as your number 3. I mean, folks, that is running back by committee right there. I love that. Brandon Cooks, Randall Cobb, Kiki Cutie, and then Jordan Akins as the tight end position. But they truly have some great playmakers on that squad offensively. Let's go to defense now. What do they got? Anything good? They got Whitney Merciless. Their linebacker, Zach Cunningham, linebacker, Christian Kurtzky. I mean, yeah, nothing really great there. They got nothing great either on their defensive backs. I mean, yeah, so really any defensive player, that would definitely be a big upgrade for the Texans. I would definitely endorse that all day. All right, the Colts, they should go out and get Zach Ertz. All righty. I mean, the Colts truly don't need anybody else. Who's their current tight end? Let's get that up. I mean, we know that they're kind of real solid everywhere. That's kind of why we are big and think the Colts are going to win the Super Bowl, because they're kind of really great at every position. They got Jack Doyle. What did he do last year? 251 yards. What did Zach Ertz do? Because I don't even think he's close to kind of like that 1,000-yard mark that these kind of A1, Tier 1 tight ends are doing in this league now. Let's get Zach Ertz. Like, why is Zach Ertz this kind of sought after? I know he does want out of Philly, but what is he doing catching the ball? Oh, he did break 1,000 in 2018. That's pretty. Oh, okay. 2019 he had 900, and then just last year only 335. But he only played 11 games, and he wasn't kind of a main focal point of the offense. So, all right, Zach Ertz can get it done. He's kind of averaging about 800 yards a season when he actually gets played a lot. All righty, so we can get behind Zach Ertz totally. And yeah, he would definitely be a big upgrade for that Bills team. Championship win now mode. Same thing with the Colts. Really kind of taking that team to the next level. So yeah, Zach Ertz. I would expect the trade to get done. I would expect Zach Ertz to get dealt before training camp starts. It's just, where is he going to go? Bills or the Colts? Obviously, we would like to see the Colts, because we do believe that they can win the Super Bowl, and this would just add that extra layer. So I would say Zach Ertz does get dealt, and we'll see what happens. All right, the Jaguars, they say that they should trade Gardner Minshew to the Broncos for a second-round pick. And if he goes to the Broncos, I would have no problem with that. It would, increase that quarterback competition. We would like to see Teddy Bridgewater get the nod, but we kind of liked what we saw from Gardner Minshew as well. That would kind of put Drew Lock as the number 3, unfortunately. I would put Teddy B1, Gardner Minshew 2. But, yeah, and then he would be able to actually compete for a starting job, not a fake starting job like the Jaguars are kind of saying out here. Oh, my God, yeah, it's so close, this quarterback competition. It's really, we can't even name a starter right now. It's going to be real close. No, it's not. We know that's all bogus. So, yeah, give Gardner Minshew what he wants, have a chance to be the starting quarterback. We kind of said some homes for this man already. The Packers, if they truly are done with Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers next season being the guy. Absolutely, he can beat out whatever trash Mason Rudolph and Josh Dobbs and Dwayne Haskins showed. He can easily beat all them out to be the next quarterback for the Steelers next season. When Big Ben retires. And then who's that third? Darn, we had a third. It was the Packers, the Steelers. I'm kind of blanking. It wasn't the Broncos. That's not. We did not put him in there because we wanted to see Teddy Bridgewater win the job. But yeah, Gardner Minshew to the Broncos. That's not bad. All right, Kansas City Chiefs. What do they got? All right, they just want to trade for the Jaguars offensive guard Andrew Norwell. Once again, pretty solid there to just protect Patrick Mahomes. We know they drafted an offensive lineman. Did they draft him or did they get him in free agency? One of those two. They kind of spent a lot of money for their next offensive lineman to protect Patty Mahomes out there. But I don't know if the Jaguars would be willing to kind of trade a guard, an offensive lineman, because you want to try to protect, your new guy, Trevor Lawrence. All right, the Raiders, they say that they should go out and trade for Aaron Rodgers. Once again, Aaron Rodgers with John Gruden, that's not going to work. I can tell you right off the rip, that will not work, folks. John Gruden, I don't think he'd kind of get along. They just would not get along. I don't think their personalities would get along. They're kind of big, outspoken, both of them. They both think whatever they're doing is the right thing, and they would just clash, and that would not work at all. So I don't want to see this, but once again, they have the Raiders wanting to kind of sell out their future here, trading their 2022 first round pick, 2022 second round pick, 2023 first round pick for Aaron Rodgers. Once again, they've got the speed and the wide receivers to kind of, help Aaron Rodgers. That's kind of the help he wants, and he's got once again a great running game. But just once again, it's not going to work. You're still going to have the same ego of Aaron Rodgers. That's not going to ever leave him. He'll always find a place to kind of complain about, because that's going to kind of reflect on that's going to kind of, hey, I'm passing the buck to y'all. It's the team, man. It's the organization. It's the coaches. They're all just trash and not helping me out, giving me no help out here. But what more help do you need? You have an A1 Tier 1 running back. You have an A1 Tier 1 wide receiver. You have an A1 Tier 1 tight end, Robert Tonyan. What more does Aaron Rodgers need, man? That's what we're saying out here. And I just don't think the Raiders would be a great fit for him at all, truly. So I don't like it. I want Aaron Rodgers to stay put, not playing for the Packers, benched on the Packers. That's what I really want to see. All right, the Chargers, they say, oh my goodness, they should go out and trade for Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz, a high priority out here, and I rightfully so. We just looked at the yards. That's exactly what you need at the tight end position, not Tim Tebow. This is a true tight end right here. 800 potential, has the potential to reach that 1,000-yard mark. I mean, folks, that's what gets it done in this league. Travis Kelce, look at what that man did. I don't want to bring up his stats, but I can. I mean, it's not because it's going to prove me wrong. It's because we don't need to do that in the show today. It's just, he's fantastic. But Chargers with Zach Ertz. Let's bring up the Chargers depth chart very quickly. Who they got as their tight end. And we know they're kind of, they bring in this new head coach to try to put him over the edge for these close wins. They've got Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Kareem Allen. They got Jared Cook, though. I got this man at the tight end. Now, he is kind of aging out of this league a little bit. I want to say he's high 30s, no? 34, okay, but he's kind of aging out of this league. He's been, a great. Let's bring up stats. He's been a great tight end in this league. What's his max receiving yards? I mean, just last season, 700 yards. In 2019, 700 yards. 2018, 800 yards. So yeah, I mean, this man can get it done as well. He's 6'5", great height at that tight end position. So Zach Ertz could be a great number 2 there. I forgot to look up how old Zach Ertz is. I think he was like 30. I think he was like 33. Let's get that up real quick. I got to bring that up. All right, Zach Ertz is 30. He's 30. Okay. So, yeah, decent upgrade there with, Jared Cook being 34. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that's kind of a need. You got Jared Cook. I would let him ball out for this year. I don't think Zach Ertz would go. If you have to choose between the Bills or the Colts, I'm going to them. I mean, they're Super Bowl ready right now. All right, the Rams, they should be trading for Cowboys linebacker Jalen Smith. All right, once again, I mean, this Rams defense is absolutely solid. Let's bring it up. Do they have a kind of weak spot in the linebacker position? What do they got? Defensively, obviously, they got Jalen Ramsey, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, absolutely fantastic. For the linebackers, we got Justin Hollins, we got Kenny Young, and Micah Kaiser. And then Darius Williams and Jordan Fuller and Jalen Ramsey as their kind of, defensive backs out there. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to bring in another kind of linebacker just to shore it up a little bit, I don't think they truly need it, but this Rams defense usually gets it done. So, it's not a bad pickup there, I guess. All right, the Dolphins. They should go out and get Seahawks running back Rashad Penny. Okay. Once again, our defense is pretty solid. Our running game is kind of probably the biggest question mark for us. That's why we really wanted Najee Harris, drafting him, number 17. We got, who do we got as our running back? Myles Gaskin. He's real alrighty. What did he do last year? He break 1,000 yards last season? 584. Ooh, not even close. So, yeah, I mean, but Rashad Penny, I mean, he's nothing as well. I mean, that's what we're saying. Like, these running backs, I mean, there's really no elite running backs. Outside of Delvin Cook and Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, there's really nothing else elite. And the elite ones, you're never going to be able to trade for. Nobody's trading. The Vikings are not trading Delvin Cook. The Cowboys are not trading Ezekiel Elliott, even though he's kind of bottom of elite status. And definitely the Titans are not trading Derrick Henry. I mean, you just have to go out and draft it or just hope that you hit, the gold mine in free agency, which is potentially Le'Veon Bell. So if you're looking for a running back, I don't think you have to trade for one. I would go after Le'Veon Bell. I think Le'Veon Bell is the best available running back so far. All right, the Vikings, let's finish this up a little quickly. The Vikings, they say to go out and get defensive end Derek Barnett from the Eagles. Alrighty, I mean, it doesn't matter. The offense will always be lackluster. The Patriots should trade Stephon Gilmore, and I think that's kind of interesting because I think this man's kind of hit his ceiling. One Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, kind of a flounder job last season, nothing really good. And this man's been in the league for a while, folks, and he's just now hitting his stride in 2019. I'm not buying that this man's like this great corner. I would get rid of them. You kind of have to sell the corners at their highest peak because they do kind of tend to fall off. They don't have that great longevity. Look for Jalen Ramsey to potentially fall off this season. It wouldn't surprise us. We hope it doesn't. Obviously, we want to see that man be great, but look at the Richard Sherman. I mean, Legion of Boom, great, and then really kind of falling off a little bit during the 49ers. So I would definitely say, Stephon Gilmore, I don't think he's that great. I think he's good. Don't get us wrong, but I don't think he's that great. I'm taking, what are these other cornerbacks that we just talked about today? I'm taking Marcus Peters 100%. I'm taking Tre'Davious White over him. I'm definitely taking Xavier Howard and maybe even Kevin Byard over this man. I'm taking a lot of corners. Oh, and then obviously Jalen Ramsey. And I might even take Richard Sherman right now over our man, Stephon Gilmore. All right, the Saints should go out and get Derek Barnett again. Once again, an edge rusher. All righty. I mean, the Saints, they're pretty solid offensively. Shore up that defense a little bit more. I've got no problem with that. The Giants should go out and get Stephon Gilmore. Now, this is interesting. Let's see what the Giants' depth chart is looking like on their defensive end. This could definitely, once again, I think, they went heavy offensive in free agency. They still have a decent defense. What do we got? Any big names? We got Adoree Jackson, Logan Ryan, Jabril Peppers. I'm a big fan of their kind of James Bradbury, kind of a big on their kind of corners. But I mean, yeah, you trade in James Bradbury for Stephon Gilmore. I think that's real solid, nice veteran presence for this kind of younger Giants squad defensively. I think that can definitely help them out a little bit. I think that's a real great option for this Giants team. I think that's great. All right, the Jets should go out and get Nick Foles. I mean, all righty. Nick Foles is nothing. The Bears would trade this man for nothing. Hey, just take him off our hands, please. And the Jets, a nice kind of veteran to kind of push Zach Wilson a little bit. And once again, Nick Foles proves he can be the backup. He can't be the starter. He can definitely be the backup. And, if, gosh forbid, knock on wood, something happens to Zach Wilson, you got Nick Foles to really step up in the wings. So I've got no problem. I think that's solid here. Who's the Jets? What is it, James Morgan? They got... I mean, what are we talking about? Like James Morgan as their number 2? I mean, that's nothing. What do we got? What do we got? Come on. Why are we not loading? Here we go. James Morgan is their second quarterback. So, yeah, go and get Nick Foles. And they're only kind of saying that he would be kind of worth a 5th-round pick. I would do that. I would do that deal. Like I said, nice veteran presence. He's won a Super Bowl. I know it's nothing great, but it's still something. It's something that I can kind of have Zach Wilson buy into and learn from a little bit. You're not learning anything from James Morgan, folks. I mean, let's be real. So, yeah, I would say that's pretty solid there. I would endorse that trade. All right, here we go. A couple more teams here. Eagles should trade Zach Ertz. Alrighty, that's all they've got there. We agree, I guess. He doesn't want to be there. He wants out. It's going to happen, we're pretty much assuming. The Steelers, they should try and trade for edge rusher Chase Winovich from the Patriots. All right, what are the Steelers looking like? Obviously, their defense is pretty solid. They did lose a couple of pieces here, unfortunately, in this offseason. But what do the Steelers got depth chart-wise? What do they got for pass rushers? I think they lost. Who did they lose? Bud Dupree. That's kind of a big name. They do still have Joe Hayden and Minkah Fitzpatrick for their kind of back end of the defense. Cameron Sutton's pretty solid at the cornerback position. TJ Watt obviously can rush the passer. Cameron Hayward can also rush the passer. Stephon Tuitt, I believe he's pretty good. What did he do for sacks last year? Yeah, 11 sacks. Oh my God, that's real solid. So yeah, I really wouldn't say that they do need Chase Winovich. I think they've already got some nice pass rushers there. I guess if you want to beef it up a little bit, I guess. All right, the 49ers, once again, they should trade. Oh, my God. Wow. Whoa. Once again, trading their future for Aaron Rodgers. And I guess, but once again, I mean, Kyle Shanahan has, like, multiple times blowing the Super Bowl, and that's just going to get on Aaron Rodgers' nerves. Once again, he like the first Super Bowl Aaron Rodgers gets to in 10 years, and they blow it because of the offensive coordinator. Could you imagine what Aaron Rodgers, he's going to go absolutely ballistic on that man. I would feel sorry. I would actually feel kind of bad and worried for the well-being of Kyle Shanahan if he got to the Super Bowl and blew it with his play calling. So I would definitely say this is definitely not the move for Aaron Rodgers to go to the 49ers with Kyle Shanahan. I don't think that's going to work at all. But they got oh my God. I think Aaron Rodgers would murder him. I think Aaron Rodgers would legit commit murder of Kyle Shanahan. That would not be good, obviously. But they've got the 49ers trading their 2022 second-round pick, their 2023 second-round pick, and Trey Lance to the Packers for Aaron Rodgers. Once again, I'm not buying Aaron Rodgers. I'm not trading for Aaron Rodgers. I will keep my sanity and keep that kind of negativity out of my locker room. I don't care how great of a talent you are. If you're bringing down my locker room, if you're questioning the team, the organization, I'm not having that kind of effect, be the venom, be the poison to this locker room. I'm not having that, dude. I'm truly not. So I would not trade for Aaron Rodgers of any situation, any team. I would not do that. And especially, I don't think this 49ers is a great fit. All right, the Seahawks. Once again, geez, they should trade for Xavier Howard, please. No, but obviously that could definitely help the Seahawks. I mean, you still got the safety. Jamal Adams, I mean, that could definitely help him out a little bit. We know Jamal Adams is great, blitzing the quarterbacks, being the kind of safety blanket at the safety position. But yeah, shore up their defense a little bit with the corner, Xavier Howard. I don't want him to leave, but wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't mind to see Xavier Howard on the Seahawks just because helping Russell Wilson win another ring. I'm fine with that. All right, last two teams here. The Bucs. They should trade for Gardner Minshew. That's interesting. Alrighty, they kind of just got their kind of guy. They drafted the replacement of Tom Brady, potentially, if he works out. And the Florida quarterback that we don't really like. I am blanking on his name, unfortunate, but we kind of compare him a little bit to Mitch Trubisky. I'm not a big fan of him. But yeah, Gardner Minshew, but once again, he'd have to wait 2 years behind Tom Brady. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to play now or at least next season, and that's the Steelers. So I don't think that's the greatest fit there. The Tennessee Titans, now we're in the last two teams. Here we go. Promise, finally, last two teams. Titans, they say to get Brandon Graham defensively, and that's what the Titans need. They just need to kind of shore up their defense a little bit more. Where are they kind of lacking defensively? Let's get that up real quick. Is it the pass rusher? Do they have a pass rusher? What do they got? They just lost Jadeveon Clowney. All right, they got Jeffrey Simmons. What did he do for sacks last season? 3, nothing great. And then Danico Aturi. What do he have? Outtree. Danico Outtree. Come on, load it up. Come on. That's not going to want to load. I don't think he had anything great. I mean, that name is not standing out to me, so I would say under 5. 5 or under. But what else do we got? Linebackers, Rashad Evans. They got Bud Dupree. All right, so they picked up Bud Dupree. That's a pretty good pickup. They got Caleb Farley, Janoris Jenkins as their corner, Kevin Byard as their free safety, and Marnie Hooker as their safety as well. So, once again, I mean, they're pretty good at the backfield. They're defensive back. So, yeah, bring in a defensive end, shore up that defense. That's what wins in this league. You need a good pass rusher. And I don't think Danico, his stats aren't loading. All right, here we go. He had 7.5. Not bad. That's not terrible. That's pretty. It's good. It's not great. It's not. Obviously we want to see you in 10s and 11s and 12s and 13s, 15s, 16s. But yeah, that's good. 7.5, I guess, is pretty solid. So yeah, I wouldn't mind having Brandon Graham on there for the Titans. And then the last one here, Washington football team should go out and get Anthony Miller. Okay, I guess. I mean, they don't have that many weapons. They definitely need somebody offensively. I guess Anthony Miller is fine, but I don't think the Bears are willing to kind of get rid of him. So I guess that wouldn't be bad. They got Terry McLaurin, real solid out there, but besides him, that's really all they got. All right, so that was that. That was that segment. That went real long, but I don't regret it. All right, so that's one trade every NFL team should offer before training camp. Some solid ones there, but also some not solid ones, but that's what we expected.